Welcome back to Trading Rolly. Welcome to a special edition of New Year's Eve. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, probably going to be uneventful, so I figured I might as well do a video for everyone staying at home. Thank you for the recent subscribers. I guess these random photos are really helping out the following. Or maybe it's just Bitcoin is trending. Guys, we're going to look at some Bitcoin technical analysis as usual. I want to do an altcoin lightning round. And we have the top 13 crypto events of 2021. So go ahead and hit that like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications. And remember, these are my own ideas and opinions on the market. So please do your own research and trade at your own risk. All right, looking at the market. We can see Bitcoin slightly up. We did hit another all-time high yesterday. Just ATH every week. Hopefully we'll be looking forward to many of those to come in 2021. And I do want to give a shout out to everyone who has been holding their Bitcoin for the last 3 years after that crazy crash. Everyone who believed and they said Bitcoin is going to the moon, this toast goes to you. Happy New Year's, all right? 2021, I believe, will be a good year. Ethereum down 1%. Polkadot up 25% in the last 24 hours. $9 hit the target. We did the last video was 2 days ago. I did on Polkadot's breakout. I gave about a $9 target using the measured move on a cup and handle pattern, and we've achieved that target. So we can take a look at that. Like I said, we'll do an altcoin lightning round. Really, though, that's the big winner. Slight losses. Theta's up 17%. Cosmos right at resistance. The last time I checked on my Twitter, I posted a Cosmos chart at Trading Rolly, Twitter, 13%. So we'll look at all that. Let's look Crypto Fear and Greed Index at a 95. We've been oscillating around the 90s for over a month. Let's see, the last 2 months. So last 2 months been in the 90s. And just now, some people are posting the Crypto Fear and Greed chart. I'm like, okay, guys, that's old news. We've been talking about that for a while. We have been just oscillating up here for a while. So not much to say there besides, yeah, man, we're bullish. Altcoin season, not yet. Still on the Bitcoin season side. The last 90 days would be the season. Still Bitcoin month, and it's still a Bitcoin year. Basically, they just compare. Oh, it's not showing me. They compare the gains in altcoins compared to Bitcoin, and a majority of altcoins have underperformed Bitcoin. Not sure why it's doing that. Whatever. Moving on. The Fear and Greed Index in the stock market, though, is only at a 51. So in case you're worried about the stock market dragging down Bitcoin, I mean, it can happen any moment. We have this variant, news. I don't think the COVID variant is good news for airline stocks, but will it have a black swan event? I doubt that, but you never know. Anyways, at a neutral. Now, if we were in extreme greed in the stock market, you could be concerned there would be a big pullback there, which could drag down all markets, not just drag down Bitcoin, but drag down all markets, okay? But like I said, neutral. All right, so let's do the top 13 crypto events in 2021. These are not mine. I just happened to find them. Let me get rid of this right here. All right. So, number 13, Justin Sun gifts crypto to Warren Buffett. That was interesting. I don't think anything came from that, but I guess they had a dinner, right? He won some contest, or he paid a charity, right? He paid a charity so that he could have a dinner with Warren Buffett and tell him about Tron and TRX and Bitcoin. John McAfee arrested in Spain. The McAfee bull who said he would eat his dick if we didn't go to what, I don't know, a million, I think, by 2020. Well, he has only a few hours left, but he's in jail and somebody could be eating his dick. Oh, J.K. Rowling trolls Bitcoiners, yada yada. Who cares? Uniswap, that was big, surpassing Coinbase trading volume. There was more volume on Uniswap than Coinbase. Paul Tudor Jones gives Bitcoin his blessing. That was in May. That's when we started seeing Paul Tudor Jones and Raoul Pal and all these big investors, talking about Bitcoin and talking about how Bitcoin will outperform gold. And then we've seen people moving from gold to Bitcoin. So this has been a catalyst for Bitcoin to break 20K. And this is exactly what we've been talking about for 3 years. When is the big money coming? And it's coming with this and then some institutions. BitMEX downfall. So yeah, always drama with BitMEX. Arthur Hayes was being sued. We'll see what happens with that one. Black Thursday, this was traumatic. Bitcoin, Ethereum lose 50% in one day, but damn, did we bounce back, right? Oh man, thought the world was going to end. Bitcoin having event and sky high predictions. Oh, the halving event. Yeah, I mean, the halving happens every 4 years. It happened back in May, and generally Bitcoin goes on a bull run after, and that's what we've seen again. PayPal announces cryptocurrency service. This was huge. Guys, this is what we needed. And they're going to allow, if you do think Bitcoin can be used as a payment service, PayPal is going to be that first on-ramp. They'll allow you in 2021 to be able to use your Bitcoin to purchase whatever you want at any store that uses PayPal. So, adoption. And then there's a Kim K, Bill Gates Twitter accounts get hacked to advertise Bitcoin. I don't totally remember that, but yeah, okay. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, bull, adopts Bitcoin. This guy is, I would say the rookie of the year and the MVP of the year for Bitcoin. Ripple gets sued by SEC. This one is pretty crazy. We're still going through it. Abra has halted its trading or whatever they do on Abra. So basically all of them. Coinbase, we knew, Bitstamp, I think Kraken, but all of them. It's unfortunate, and February is when they'll start that case. So it's going to be a long 2 months for XRP holders. And yeah, I won't go into the whole XRP thing today. Bitcoin breaks above 20,000. Number one, broke above 20K. And to me, this is the most important. Above all, we've consolidated for 3 years, and breaking above 20K is just a macro breakout. Like I've said, if you were looking at that same weekly chart on a daily level, you would say it's a bullish breakout, and that's what's happened on a macro scale. So should be a good year. Anything can happen, but that was key. Taking some profits off the table under 20K was a responsible thing to do, but we've clearly broken it, and now 20K could become the support. I'm looking more to buy the dips and accumulate for the bull run. Under 20K, we were still consolidating. So we could have easily dipped back down to 10K. But now breaking that resistance level, I don't think we will revisit 10K. And if we do, that will completely discredit my technical analysis on the bullish breakout. So we don't want that to happen. But of course, anything can. All right, guys. No, you don't want that. That was a Brave browser pop-up ad. Still collecting free BAT. I hope you are too. Van Eck takes another shot at launching Bitcoin ETF. You know what, though? We have Grayscale. We have Bitwise. there are ways to invest in Bitcoin through traditional markets, but this will be good news. I don't think we need it, but it'll just be another piece to the puzzle, another step in the right direction for the longevity and adoption for Bitcoin. All right. Grayscale reduces XRP holdings amid Ripple lawsuit. And then faulty data, Grayscale did not liquidate massive amounts. So that's why, these headlines have to be taken with a grain of salt. As they say, there's going to be FUD spreading. You can't trust every little headline. I mean, there was headlines all year about the markets crashing, and did we crash? No. Okay, so I mean, you can't listen. That's why we just skim through these, all right? And that's been 10 minutes, so let's get to the charts. Hit that like for me. Bitcoin respecting the trend line. So we saw how this is a 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. We'll do a Bitcoin breakdown and then do an altcoin lightning round. Sideways channel, respected the resistance, broke out nice. I mean, look at this bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. So you have a pull up, drag that over here, and boom, you're at your measured move. So this this has played out, right? And then we have another one basically right here breaking out, and that would take us to a 31,400, let's say $31,000 target, this move here. So if you did the same pull here to there, that would be a 31,500. But to be safe, I would say 31,000 target if this is just another bull flag breakout to the upside, okay? So, and you can see here, we did respect that downtrend, closed above it, rose above. I said there would be, the last video, I wanted a 4-hour candle close above this previous candle body high. And we got that, rose, retested, bounced, came up, not getting a lot of volume, retested again, bounced even harder, and we're back here. Holidays can be not the best days to trade because holidays are like weekends. The volume is low. Either nothing happens or price can be manipulated. So we'll have to see. And we are at 29,000. I talked about last video that 2930K was a target on a lot of people's minds. The more people that have a target, the more people that look at the same indicators. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, basically. So we're at that level. If we get a pullback here, it would not be crazy. If we can break through 30K on volume, amazing. 40K was my next target. And that was, I can just do it real quick. That was using our Fibonacci retrace, Fibonacci extensions, I should say, from the 2019 high to the bottom extension. We already hit that 1.618 at 19,800. 2.618 was 29,800, gave a lot of people that target. And then your 3.618 is at 39,744. So those are your upside targets, okay? But I mean, does this look ridiculous? Yes, it looks ridiculous. This here looks something like that there. And then you did have a 30% pullback eventually. A 30% pullback from current price would actually take us right around 20K, which would be a breakout and then retest. So a previous resistance possibly flipped as support. It would be textbook if that actually happened. If we went to 40K, 40K is right here. A 30% drop would be around 28,000, basically where we are right now. All right, so those are the levels. Let's just look at our indicators real quick. Oh, yearly candle close. Do I have a 12-month? I'm sure I could put it in. Oh, man, I did not prepare for this. Well, this is the monthly, and we're about to put in a monthly candle. The yearly is pretty ridiculous, okay? I saw somebody post something interesting about that. I'm sure I can change these here, but I don't want to waste anybody's time with that. So let's look at the monthly candle, because we will get a monthly candle close in about 12 minutes, and maybe next video I'll look at the yearly candle close. So what do I see? I see just, big breakout green candles. Looks obviously nice. You're well above all your moving averages. Your support would be down at 13,000. Your Stoke is rising, still rising. We haven't even got into this like just sideways, cruise at high altitudes. So we're about right here. So right here is similar to there, and look what happened. Which we just broke there, and right here was also around that range. So monthly looks good. All right, let's go to the weekly. Look at the weekly. So our weekly is in that high altitude cruise zone. Will we cross down one day? But not yet. Not on the weekly. That RSI, has surpassed the 2019 one. I saw that coming. But right now we are at these levels that we've seen rejections. All right. So we have seen rejections around 90, 92 on the RSI, and they bounce usually in the 50 neutral zone. On that rally there, you stayed above the yellow 21 EMA. Each major pullback bounced off the yellow 21 EMA, bounced from the neutral zone. So if we pulled back now, it'd be from 30K after that target. But if you can go higher, maybe we're more bullish than we were then. We could go higher. We could go to 99 and then pull back to 30K and bounce from 30K. One day at a time. Like I say, breaking 20K was a big deal, and I think it will be a good year. Under 20K, we were still oscillating, still consolidating. Above 20K, it's a breakout. All right, so above all moving averages, indeed, we've been like that for the past few months. The daily, well above all moving averages, has used the pink 10 simple as support all along there. And then ultimately the 21 EMA held support. So you want those to keep this massive uptrend going. You want to keep support there. So you have a 26,000 level and then 24,200 immediate. Otherwise, you want this 20,000 level to hold using the horizontals, and your blue 50 SMA on the daily is right there as well. All right, let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, your Stoke is crossing down, but cross downs in bull markets are not as good of a signal as a cross up. You did bounce off that yellow 21 EMA, wick down, but maintained above the pink 10 simple, so still bullish there. Not a lot of breakout volume, not like the volume you saw there on this breakout. But there's not a lot of sellers. Not too many people want to sell, and I'm seeing people buying their first Bitcoins at 29,000. People are more interested in Bitcoin above 20,000 than they were below it. So it could just be a steady grind up. Eventually someone's going to get rug pulled. Okay. But, I'm not going to panic. It'll be a discount day to buy Bitcoin. So everything looks good. Let's go ahead and look at some altcoins. All right. We'll go fast through these. Bitcoin dominance is at a critical level. You can see previous resistance here, and finding some resistance again. your Stoke is high on the daily, your RSI is high. So for the next altcoin season, we want to see this Stoke trending down and the RSI trending down. Possibly could happen here, come down lower. Pretty ridiculous though, 71%, but that's because all eyes are on Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be the first to move, and then once it settles, the profits start moving to the altcoins. And also, especially with this XRP news, we don't know which of the other altcoins are securities or not, but we do know Bitcoin is not. We do know Ethereum is not. People may assume that Litecoin is not. And then, I don't know. We're still researching the rest. So we're still waiting on an altcoin season, has not been confirmed yet, but we have seen some nice breakouts. The ETH BTC weekly has room to the downside if it wanted to go. But, the daily was low on the RSI, did get a nice bounce, and just putting in a lower high, though, still, rejected by the yellow 21 EMA. So this needs to bounce here, close above the yellow 21 EMA. Maybe it can march back up to this level. And if it does, that would be your altcoin season. If Ethereum's doing that, I'm sure the rest of the alts are doing that as well. So let's look at some altcoins. 29,000. 16 minutes left in the UTC year. Still plenty of time for those in the United States or North America, okay? South America, okay? Happy New Year if you're on the other side of the world. 2021, let's get it. So Ethereum, we were looking at a macro $800 target. We've come super close here. I'm gonna get rid of this. So what did we hit? We hit a high of 759. I've been calling for 805 after we had passed, this level here. You can see there was a cluster, a rejection, broke above that. And then, so when you're looking for, say, Bitcoin isn't a blue sky breakout. There's no previous price action to look at these levels. But coins that have not surpassed their all-time highs, you use the previous peaks and troughs as resistance or a support, okay? And so that's where you can identify these targets, especially on a macro level. And they've been playing out nicely. And that's why trading or just investing on weekly and daily charts, there's less stress. And, there's a lot of volatility, especially in crypto. And when you're looking at a weekly or daily time frame, you're getting rid of all that noise on the 1 hour chart, the 15-minute chart, the ups and downs, the crazy fluctuations. So this gives you a better perspective of, what's happening. So we're almost at that 805 target. A lot of people are calling for 1,000. There's a tiny little peak here I can see on Ethereum. Not much right there. That's about 970, 980. You have another one here at 11,000 and then ultimately 1,400. Okay, I think if you can break above 800, 1,400 is definitely on the table for me. But guys, on the daily, let's look at this stochastic here. Your stochastic is rising. So no reason to jump ship on Ethereum as far as daily stochastic goes. You are kind of pulling back from the overbought territory, but let's look at the moving averages. Above all moving averages, support down at 673, 650 would be your support. You can see the blue 50 simple acted as support here. That's at 584. So there's your supports, and there would be your resistance, okay? But definitely trending up, higher highs, higher lows. Litecoin, We've been looking at that resistance level at 139, and we have backed off from it. So we hit that target. We were watching 80, I believe, 82. We were watching this. Once we got that breakout, consolidation breakout, 140 was the target. Target hit. Pulling back a little bit, consolidating. Do we come all the way back down to 82? Only if Bitcoin goes all the way back to 20K. Otherwise, if Bitcoin breaks out again, I think Litecoin should break above this resistance, and then you have a level here, 180, 240, all-time highs 400. Cardano, it was consolidating at this level above all moving averages, bullish on the weekly. Let me look at the daily. So on the daily, you were consolidating just below this peak here, so resistance, consolidation, and looking to close a weekly above that level, above 18 cents. Let's look at the daily. So I like that this daily candle closed above the previous candle bodies, and you got another one, and now it's retested it as support. Resistance, flip support. Hopefully you can get a bounce here. Your Stokes still rising, possible hint at a cross back down. So we'll see what goes with that. But I do like that it's creating higher highs and it's broken above that 18 cents resistance, that rejected price. Well, it rejected price back in the past, rejected us on the rally, then we consolidated, and now we're breaking above. And then your next peak above higher, 37 cents. XRP, fundamentals, the bad news is kind of trumping the TA for now. You had a range right here. I wanted to find support. We dipped below it, and if you zoom in, you can see it's acting as resistance right now. So you can see on the first dump, the first bad news bounced right from that zone. Boom, looked good. But then you started seeing Bitstamp, Coinbase halt the trading, and then we dumped again, dipped below it all the way to 17 cents, bounced, of course, oversold, a lot of late people shorting XRP on margin. So, you can't be late to the party and expect to win. So, those people get wrecked, and then now we're at resistance. So, previous support, possibly flipped resistance. We'll keep our eye on that. 27 minutes. All right, let's go a little quicker. XLM still drifting down. You do have a possible support range right here to see if that could bounce. So you want to see if that can bounce up. Previous resistance flipped as support. XLM is a lot like XRP. They're not being sued, but when XRP goes up, usually XLM goes up. So it's kind of catching some of the bear vibes. Link, had this rising support, broke down below, and now that rising support is actually resistance. Doesn't mean that we have to continue lower, but I cannot deny that it got rejected right there. People are arguing on Twitter, is the link a security or not? I've seen people definitely think it is, but then I've seen people showing proof that it is not. But especially, something where it's primarily retail trading, people's opinions can matter. We'll have to see, man. Like I say, the XRP thing affects a lot of altcoins, so hopefully we do get some clarity, but we won't get anytime soon. Band still chopping sideways. You're in this little range here. 750 was the resistance. So whenever Band decides to break above 750, you could start another rally, and you could see that resistance, and we'll get to a few coins in a second, and you'll see how that played out. So let's just go ahead and go to DOT. You see there was a resistance, got that daily close above, broke out. Wow, well above my measured move. You know, I did from there to there, measure move. Gave me $9. We were at $9.50, but not surprising because Polkadot people think can go to 100. It's an easy, well, from now it would be a 10x to 100, but back here it was an easy 10x. People are saying, you know, at $5 is a 20x. A lot of good things about Polkadot. I would go watch somebody else's video on fundamentals. I'm just a chart guy, but obviously this looks good. And you can see it kind of retested that support level after breaking the resistance. And we're up. I mean, let me look at the moving average. Your moving averages are way down here. Well separated. But look at that volume. That's a breakout. Resistance level and then a breakout. That's accumulation right there. So I'm bullish on DOT. I wouldn't be shorting DOT. Look at this. Oh, bouncing off that 4-hour pink 10 simple. So when a move is trending like that, you can actually go a little lower, and you can see the 1 hour was giving it, or the yellow 21 EMA on the 1 hour was providing nice support there as well. All right. KSM will do well when DOT's doing well. Go out to the daily and breaking. So you're in this like sideways consolidation again, and you're getting that breakout right there. So KSM breaking out. Beautiful. YFI, a little, excuse me, a little bit of a downtrend resistance here. So Uni, we'll get to right after, has broken out. So possibly now that Uni's breaking out, will we see the DeFi coins break out? But finding support along here, you saw support, 20,000 support. So just need to break above that level there, and then you have some resistance here, and then ultimately I guess that top as well. All right, so still waiting on YFI. Uni, look at that. That was a nice one. So look at that daily candle. You were consolidating under 423, breaking out and breaking above this, testing it. I would say testing it. Okay, there's 5 minutes left in this daily candle, and it might close just below that. So maybe you consolidate here below it and break out, or maybe just keep pumping, and then your next resistance level would be all the way, I guess, around $7. All right. If you came back lower, you could retest this as support, resistance, flip, support, if you come all the way back there. But again, nice volume on that breakout. Let me look at just the lower time frame. So riding, just bouncing off the pink 10 simple, yellow 21 EMA, and finding some resistance. You can see this wicked above, wicked down. So can you get a minimum of a 1 hour close above it? That would line, if this 1 hour closed above, that would be the daily as well. So we'll see. Bullish on Uni though as well. I mean, you saw Uni had more volume than Coinbase. So Uni's still under $1 billion. Well, price has jumped a lot. Let's look at, let's refresh it. Look at Uni's market cap. So with the altcoins, I like looking at the market cap. If if you want to say, oh, what's going to be next to 10x, you have to put it into perspective. Where is Uniswap? So 1 billion, 1.1 billion. So for this to 10x, it would need a $10 billion market cap. Currently, only Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Well, XRP is at 10 billion right now. None of these are at 10 billion. So that's what you would have to achieve. I think if Bitcoin goes to 100,000 higher, yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why it cannot go to 10 billion, and people think that Polkadot should be able to 10x from here. That would be about 80 billion. Well, that's where Ethereum is. And Polkadot is not necessarily competing. It can actually work with Ethereum, but a lot of people are thinking that this is on the same level, like a top 3. It's already top 5 now coin. So in the next bull run, why could it not be where Ethereum is now? All right. Let me see if there's any final ones. I don't want this too long. It's already 35 minutes. See if any more huge green candles. Filecoin. You know, it was just chopping sideways forever. It lost that support level and now retesting it as resistance. So if Filecoin can reclaim back above about $25, get back above this level, and then ultimately it needs to break above this level at $31. And then you have $62. So we'll have to see, but right now it is putting in a lower low and potentially a lower high. Aave has resistance at $93. It did lose that little support, but it's just kind of more just consolidating, I think, really. So just consolidating. I can't call a breakout until it actually breaks out. Where's Cosmos? That's the last one we'll do. 18%. Yes. So nice breakout. Ooh, 1 minute left. I wanted to see the daily close above this level here, around $6.47. No, that's $6.25. My apologies. So right at $6.25, and we are getting that close above right now. So potential breakout on Atom, aka Cosmos. You have another level here at $7.80, and then your high at $8.50. So it looks like the altcoins are finally getting a bounce. I mean, Bitcoin's all the way at 29,000. People are moving some profits. So, and you know, when I'm moving through these charts fast, you can see I'm just looking at simple trend lines, mostly horizontals, and you can use the stochastics and the moving averages and RSI to complement those horizontals. Happy New Year, UTC time. Okay, guys, what's Bitcoin's price? 29,000. Another green daily, kind of a doji, nothing convincing, but another candle body high for Bitcoin. You know, beautiful monthly candle close there. So do we come back down to test 20K? That will be what we'll have to look for in January. So thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap it up. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. Be responsible. And I'll see you next year. Tomorrow. Or in 2 days. We'll see how tomorrow goes. All right, guys. I'm out. Rolly roll.